Hi, I'm Don Rabbit, and I want to tell you about an extraordinary business opportunity that I feel very strongly about. What we're going to show you is how you can become a partner in a pre-existing telecommunications system in a major U.S. city. Memphis Third Mobile is a partnership formed to purchase equity in our communications network in Memphis, Tennessee. We need your capital to upgrade our specialized mobile radio, or SMR technology, into a new state-of-the-art digital enhanced cellular phone company. Bear in mind that we're not changing the nature of the business. We're simply upgrading the technology. Just 10 years ago, this country saw the dawn of a new era in telecommunications with the introduction of the cellular phone. In the beginning, there were few subscribers, phones were expensive, and service was even worse than it is today. In 1983, AT&T projected that there would be 900,000 cellular phone users by the turn of the century. However, here we are in 1993, there aren't 900,000 users. There are, in fact, 11 million people in this country alone using cellular phones. Industry analysts are now projecting by the year 2000 that there will be nearly 50 million cellular phones in use. Amazing, isn't it? Can you imagine if you'd owned part of a cellular phone company back in '83? Just think how much money you could have made. In fact, if you'd invested $2,000 then into the partnership that built a Little Rock, Arkansas cellular company, you could have made $46,000 by 1988. That's a 23-to-1 return on your money. And that's exactly what happened to a woman in Arkansas. Her name? Oh, you may have heard of her. Hillary Rodham Clinton. According to Forbes magazine and the Washington Post, if Hillary had held on to her piece of the partnership until today, it would have been worth an incredible $500,000. You see, back in 1983, when the cellular industry first started, there were 120 companies that sprung up around the United States. Now, 10 years later, there are only 9 companies that dominate the industry. What happened to all the others? Well, during the course of the next few years, the big guys began to buy out the little guys. And what did we learn from all this? We learned that in the cellular industry, whoever owned the licenses to the most desirable territories made big profits. Remember this simple equation. Licenses plus most desirable territories equals big profits. Not only have cellular companies been earning enormous profits, their equity value has also been going through the roof. For instance, a small system in Kentucky with only 4,000 end users recently sold for $43 million. That's the equivalent of more than $10,000 for every subscriber. Armed with that knowledge, we studied the biggest players in the specialized mobile radio industry, Motorola and Nextel. We discovered that they had figured out how to digitize the SMR airwaves. By digitizing the airwaves, they were able to create a technologically advanced form of mobile communications. Excuse me for a moment. I almost forgot. This is Digital. He's a little shy. Digi wants you to know that he also feels very strongly about digitizing the airwaves. He would. He has a vested interest in the digital future as well, don't you?
Yeah.
The change from cellular to digital will be as profound as from gaslight to electric bulb.
Wow, that was neat, Digi. Before the end of 1993, and continuing over the next several years, Motorola and Nextel will be turning on their systems all over the United States. These territories will become the backbone for the new industry that will provide over 120 million people with digital mobility. Our thinking is that the value to airwave licenses in this industry will skyrocket as each territory comes online. Now, as we stand on the verge of the digital revolution, we realize that history is in fact repeating itself again. To fully capitalize on this opportunity, we used our simple formula. Licenses plus most desirable territories equals big profits. Our extensive search has uncovered the amazing fact that there's a window of opportunity to digitize Memphis right now, while the big boys are preoccupied with turning on their systems in the other major cities. The goal is to simply upgrade the technology and turn this system into a state-of-the-art toll booth in the sky, distributing tremendous profits as well as positioning the partnership to be bought out by one of the majors when the inevitable consolidation begins in the next few years. Digi, that's an excellent idea. I'm sure everyone would like to hear from him. I'll try and get him on the line. This is Kim Bryden. He's an expert consultant for us at one of our Minneapolis Third Mobile systems. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Don. Hi, Digi. How you doing?
Kim, would you mind telling the folks a little bit about our systems there?
Well, sure. I know an awful lot about it, being that I used to own it. When I sold the system to Twin Cities Partnership, I was very enthusiastic to hear about their plans to enhance the service and benefits. I was also very thankful when DCI asked that I stay on as a consultant. Let's go downstairs, look at the equipment, and get out of the wind. Here we are in the equipment room. What you're looking at is an 800 megahertz 10-channel analog system. It's one of 4 systems owned by the Twin Cities Partnership here in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Once the system is digitized, it will be smarter than cellular, sound better, and be less expensive.
You know, there are 2 good reasons to go into business. One is if you have a better product than your competitor, and the other is if you have a customer base where you have no competition for a number of years. We have both of these working in our favor.
But Don, have you shown them what lies ahead in the near future for digital communications?
Hold on, Kim, you're stealing my thunder.
Your thunder? This is my thunder.
Okay, Digi, let's show them.
The Digital Breakthrough by Digi Digital.
With the current analog system, one channel can transmit one voice at a time.
Hello, hello.
But with digital compression, it's possible to transmit 6 separate voices on one channel simultaneously.
Hello, hello.
However, with further enhancement and strategic placement of low-power cellular transmission sites, it's possible to increase the channel's capacity up to 30 times that of an analog channel. Okay, Digi, cut it out. All of it. Now let's show them how all this will affect the way we live in the near future.
Digital repairman.
Hi.
Please access your appliance.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, you have a microwave model XT542, and it has a faulty rectifier. We can have your microwave repaired in 41 minutes. Kevin, I've got another bad microwave for you. I'm downloading the information now.
Okay, Dave, I'm on my way.
Future really looks great, doesn't it? One final note before we go. We're offering Third Mobile systems in a general partnership format. Of course, a general partnership has some risks. However, we believe the risks are manageable because our system consists of only 2 main working parts: the switching system and the transmission system. We're not manufacturing anything, and we're not selling any retail goods. The bottom line is, people and companies pay monthly fees to us to use the airwaves. Pure and simple. Well, there you have it. Wireless digital networks will alter the way people live and work, and you can play a role in making that happen. We know this opportunity is not for everyone, but if this business opportunity suits you, you'll be able to say that you own a piece of the future.
Our future is your future.
That's right, Digi, it is. On behalf of SMR Digital Communications, thank you for your time.
The race to make a wireless world has begun. It will create vast new markets and new fortunes.
Radio waves will be like gold.
The new digital mobile phone will stand as the world's most pervasive personal communicator.
Wireless communications is probably the last communications breakthrough in our lifetimes.
Our future is your future.
Ain't that the truth?